So, hello everyone, welcome to our weekly message, and this week's message, actually, it's a very important one, and as usual, the first question is, what is there available for us to gain more in life? This week is the week of Portion Pikudei, and the idea of this week is to help us to control our reality with our consciousness to reach the state of mind over matter. And I wanted to share with you something that is very important to remember. What is the easiest thing to lose in life? The easiest thing to lose in life is consciousness. Each and every one of us, in a split of a second, can lose it all. The curtains can go down and suddenly we become blind. We forget the miracles, we forget the idea, we forget all the proofs that we've seen, and we simply disconnect. Disconnect from the light, disconnect from the blessings. And by the way, the worst thing that can happen is when a person still thinks he's connected and is actually not. You know, like the same story of when there is a frog that you put it inside warm waters and you slowly and gradually make the water warmer and warmer until eventually it becomes really hot and boiling. What will happen is that that little frog will just, it's a horrible story, but the truth is, scientifically, the frog will die inside. It won't really pay attention that the temperature is getting higher and higher, till eventually the water will boil and the frog will die. Whereas you just, put the frog inside boiling water, it will jump out, because it feels it's hot. So, this is how our ego operates. Slowly and gradually it takes us away, diverts us from what we're supposed to do, the way we're supposed to act, think, feel, and we lose it, all of us. And I'm telling you, there are no guarantees at all. This is why we should constantly fight for a connection. Okay, I hope I'm not depressing any of you, but we should be real aware, not to be afraid, but just to be aware that I can lose it in a split of a second. Doesn't matter how much connected I am now, doesn't matter if I'm studying Kabbalah 2 months or 20 years. So, what do? I have a question for you. Do you feel connected? When was the last time you proactively invested in your spiritual studies? It's something that is different and new in your spiritual work. And if the answer is yesterday or maybe a week ago I've done something amazing, then keep on pushing. But if you feel a bit stagnant, we're getting closer to the times of what is called Oy and Ashrei. What Rabbi Shimon said, one of the passages of the Zohar is so beautiful, that Rabbi Shimon cried and said, woe to those that will be able to live in those times, and happy is the part of those that will be able to live in those times. And when Rabbi Shimon said those times, he meant our times, the time of revelation of the whole secrets of immortality, of removal of pain and suffering from our lives, that we are getting closer and closer. And the closer we get, the more obstacles we'll have. So, next week, we'll be discussing a bit more the idea of what's the deal of obstacles and why when I study more Kabbalah, I have suddenly life begins to be a bit more difficult. I mean, I can solve problems, whereas in the past it was really difficult, or maybe I wouldn't just solve them. I solve problems, then there's more, and they get difficult and more difficult. So it's kind of a bit addictive, because we have the light of revealing it after we overcome an obstacle, but then again, to have this obstacle again and again, it's a bit strange. Why does it happen when you study more Kabbalah? But as a first step, just be aware, we can lose consciousness at any second. And the idea of the portion of this week, one of those ideas, is how to become a channel of light. And we'll be having special Scandinavian event this coming Thursday night. So all of you in Scandinavia, Denmark or Oslo, or Norway, you have the information on the email itself. If you need more information, please contact me. And it's going to be a powerful event to help us to enhance our consciousness, to make sure that we are connected and fight for our connection. Okay? So, thank you very much. Please send me your feedbacks, questions that you might have, things that you'd like me to talk about in those videos. And I wish you an amazing week and all the best. Thank you very much.